I am Ferdie Garcia,
And I am Ruth Garcia.
now serving in CFC Migrants Program,
And we are CFC missionaries. Ferdie and I have been a member of Couples for Christ of the Nativity of the Lord Parish since June 1995. During the time we were attending the CLP, I was pregnant with our third son. 2 days before our first household meeting, our youngest son was born. When we joined CFC, I was already out of job for more than a year. Raising 3 small boys and Ferdie as the sole breadwinner is a big challenge. We find it difficult to make both ends meet. In early 1996, we were asked to reestablish the Singles for Christ ministry in this parish. Despite our financial difficulties, this did not stop Ferdie from accepting the service. God was too quick in giving His blessing. On December 26 of the same year, I finally got a job in the International Committee of the Red Cross, the audit office here in Manila. The SFC in the Nativity of the Lord Parish started as a unit household and grew and became a chapter. On the other hand, our financial difficulties continued. In July 2001, I was offered to work for 7 months in the ICRC headquarters in Geneva, with the possibility to come home every 3 months for at least 2 weeks. At the time, my children ages were 9, 8, and 6. Then the initial 7 months ended in 17 months. In 2006, again I was assigned in the ICRC headquarters, this time for a 2-year mission. Whenever I'm in Switzerland, I am serving in the Handmaids of the Lord of Geneva. Handmaids of the Lord in Geneva leads to the truest sense of being a handmaid of the Lord. If we are not busy cooking food to serve the members of Couples for Christ, or making Advent wreaths to raise funds, or serving Christian life programs or teachings in and outside of Switzerland, we are busy performing on stage, singing and dancing. This is where I learned to be both Martha and Mary. We see to it that despite the many works in hope, we ensure that the Lord is given a special time in our calendar. We had time to do small pilgrimages, contemplative praying, attend holy retreats. This is done on top of our daily prayer time and daily holy masses. We believe that the more we work, the more we need to kneel and pray. After my 2006 to 2008 mission, I was never again assigned in Geneva. Starting 2009, I was assigned in countries like Pakistan, Benghazi, Libya, Kabul, Juba, South Sudan, Damascus, Syria, Nairobi, Kenya, and Papua New Guinea. Except for the last 2 countries, what do they have in common? They were all under war. This is where I experienced heavy bombing and heavy shelling day in and day out. This became music to my ears that puts me to sleep. In the middle of the night, I am awakened by the shaking of my bed because the ground is shaking. No, it's not earthquake. It was the bomb that was dropped a few miles from where I am. I remember in one of my missions one evening, I was on Skype when I heard a very loud blast. I thought the bomb dropped in front of me. My reflexes was to drop on the ground. I folded my laptop without ending my call. Only to find out later, a suicide bomber blasted the Lebanese restaurant within the block. I was supposed to have dinner with a colleague in the said restaurant at night, but she was caught up with too much work to do that we did not manage to go. Yes, we were spared by the Lord. In 2016, while I was in my mission in Juba, our office was caught in a crossfire when the presidential guards and the bodyguards of the first vice president started to shoot at each other. I was flat on the ground, praying and begging to the Lord for a ceasefire, because I was worried of my 2 new colleagues that were out there that might be afraid they might not know what to do, as they are first-timers in this kind of situation. After 40 minutes, my prayer was granted. I quickly looked for them, and lo and behold, they were safe. Despite all these experiences, I was never afraid. There was even a point in time when I had to ask myself why I did not feel even a tinge of fear. On the other hand, while I was out there in these missions, Ferdie was alone here taking care of our 3 growing, very young boys. Our children grew up with our SFC members. They were the ates and kuyas of our sons.
When Ruth left, bringing up our 3 boys alone was truly a big challenge. But this did not stop me from my service in Couples for Christ. On top of our regular Singles for Christ activities, we still found time to do provincial missions. Our Singles for Christ members were hungry for missions. First, we supported CFC Laguna in holding Christian life programs for the police officers in Camp Vicente Lim. For 4 consecutive Sundays, we traveled to Canlubang in Laguna for this wonderful service. There was also a time when a Franciscan parish priest, Reverend Father Rolly Pamentero, OFM, from Nueva Vizcaya, invited us to support the youth of their parish. The same priest also requested us to do catechetical mission to the youth of Santa Ana, Cagayan. And on top of this, we went to Matnog, Sorsogon, upon the invitation of CFC to bring glad tidings to elementary students. All these activities enrich our Christian values and our way of living. By this time, we must have met these former Singles for Christ brothers and sisters in your respective areas, either chapter heads of Couples for Christ, our family business coordinators, or full-time workers of the Global Mission Center, happily and actively serving our community.
This answered my question. As I am busy serving the victims of war, Ferdie is also busy bringing God to our young men and women. Though we were more often separated, we were together serving the Lord. Our 3 young boys are all professionals. The baby that was born on the day of our first household, Zik, is now a lawyer. Gabriel, our second, is a registered dietitian and nutritionist, but is pursuing his career in fashion designing. Our eldest, Carl, is a registered nurse, now in Canada. He is now married, and as a bonus, we have our first grandson, Zachariah Jalen. I wish to end this with this verse from Luke chapter 4, verse 8. It is written, "You shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only."